we've added a new feature to Booking Robot in version 2.01 or later, which we call full day service. And this is to solve a problem that we've found when setting up different services. Let me try and demonstrate a normal setup, and then we'll show you the problem, then the solution we've provided. So first off here, we've got a mock-up of a boat trip business. They're offering 3 boat trip options: dolphins, seabirds or seals. And each of these is an option for the customer to choose between. For each option, the customer can choose the service that they're interested in, see what dates it's available on, and choose what time it's available on. And these are set up as options with the assumption that there is only one boat in this small business setup. So once the boat is out on a particular trip, the other options aren't available at that time. And for each service or option, the dolphins, seabirds or seals, there are 2 times, 10 AM and 2 PM. So they all share the same times. Now, with the setting that we already had, which was called services options, set to yes, and that can be found in the configuration here, then as soon as one of these times are booked, the other options at that time become no longer available. So let's quickly demonstrate that using our Booking Robot module. So I'm going to log in here, and that means we can complete a booking without having to go through the full system under module. So I'm going to choose the next day, which is Tuesday the 3rd of September, and I'm going to select our Dolphins boat trip, where I'm going to create a booking called Booking 1, and we're going to have 2 people booked on that, and click Save. So you can see we've got 2 people booked on that 10 AM trip. And notice the other option is at 10 AM, which was the 10 AM seabirds and 10 AM seals, have become no longer available. Now there's only one 10 AM option, while the afternoon is, all 3 options remain at the 2 PM afternoon slot. So that's what was working before this service, or before this new setting. So what we need to do is look at what a full day option might be and what problem it solves. So let's say our boat trip decides they want to hire out the boat for the whole day. It's tricky to do that within the booking system because the times are both afternoon and morning, or morning and afternoon, 10 AM and 2 PM. So there's no interaction prior to this new service, which we're calling full day service. So let's set this up and then show you what it does. So we're going to come out of here, and we're going to go to services. So we can see there are the current services, and we're going to go to new, and we're going to call it boat hire, and we're going to call it full day, so you can hire the boat for the full day. Double bookings, we're going to leave that at no, multiples not charged, so and full day, we'll come back to that in a minute because that's the setting we need to. We'll just get the basic setting working. So we're going to call it boat hire, and for this particular option we're going to have a fixed price, I don't know, £300, and we need a start date, let's say yesterday, and we're going to make it available throughout the entire year. And the start time for this service is going to be 10 AM. There we go. Save and close. Refresh the front end, and we can see now we've got boat hire as an option. If we were to book that at 10 AM, then everything else starting at 10 AM, such as seals, birds and dolphins, will no longer be available at 10 AM. But they will still be available at 2 PM in the afternoon. And that's a trick. If the whole boat is already hired for the whole day, we have an issue where they would become still bookable, and you might get double bookings. So we need to set this up as it is a full day service, So let's do that now. We'll go back in and go to a full day boat hire and go to our full day service option here. We're going to select that as yes. Now I need to click save. Now that it's saved as a full day service, we need to scroll down. We can see now we've got another option here under time called blocked. We can't block 10 AM because that's when the trip starts. But we can choose to block 2 PM. And that means if this service is booked first, where no other service has been booked in the afternoon on that day, or at all on that day, then this will become the one that happens and everything else will unpublish. So let's leave this blocking 2 PM and click Save and Close. Okay, so if we go to the module and have a look at the day where we already have a booking, we can see it was a booking in the morning for dolphins, and there were 2 people booked into that. Because of that, everything at 10 AM is no longer available. So we're not seeing our full day option. If we go to the following day, the 4th, we can see we've got dolphins, seabirds, seals, and the full day option. And that's what I'm going to book now. So I'm going to go in and add a person in. We'll call it full day booking. And we'll add some people to the size of the group and click Save. And we can see we've got a booking now. And now on the 4th, there's nothing else available. We'll go back to the 4th. We can see it's just the full day hire has been booked and all other services have unpublished. Alright, because we set this as a full day, it already blocked 10 AMs because we've got services and options turned to yes, and we've set it as a full day service and to block the 2 PM option. And that means everything else is unpublished when somebody booked the full day option. Now, there's one final thing we need to think about here. We're going to choose the next day now. If somebody were, let's say, to book a 2 PM slot, what would happen? So let's find out. So clearly if there's a booking in the afternoon, then we can't then sell the full day option, which wouldn't work for the person if they only have one boat. They can't hire the boat out and still do bookings in the afternoon. They've only got one boat. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a booking in the afternoon when the full day hire option was still available in the morning and see what happens. So we're going to add a booking in and we're going to call that afternoon booking, and we'll add a couple of people to that and click Save. And then back, and we can see what's available now. And we can see in the afternoon now, Dolphin has been booked. So all the other afternoon options have been removed. The morning options are still there, dolphins, seabirds and seals. But what also has been removed is the full day hire. You can no longer hire the boat for the full day because we already have a booking in the afternoon. Okay, so this demos what a full day service is and how it can interact with the other services that might be happening on different times during the day. Hopefully this demos things nicely. Cheers for now.